Welcome back, return to Castle Wolfenstein mappers. In this video I'll show you how to create and modify brushes. It's a key skill for designing maps in Return to Castle Wolfenstein. Let's start with setting up your workspace. First we press the number 4 on the keyboard and this sets our grid size to a nice size for working, and it helps me to build more accurately. To create a brush, click and drag in the 2D window. If you want to deselect the brush, just press the Escape key. To select it again, just click on it. Now let's create 4 brushes stacked on top of each other. And here we are in a top-down perspective. If I mouse click, I can rotate or cycle through the brushes in my map. Now it's time to modify the brushes and to change the size of a brush. Select it and just click outside its edge and drag. You can do this in both the 2D and the 3D window. Here's a trick. In the 3D window, hold down the Alt key and move your mouse to see which side of the brush that you're adjusting. If you want to select more than one brush at a time, hold Shift while clicking or dragging your mouse. Another way is to press the Shift key and then right-clicking in the 3D window and drag your mouse to select multiple brushes. You can also use this trick if you press the Control key and then right-click to select multiple surfaces. The clip tool is used to cut brushes, as you know. This is perhaps my favorite tool. Select the brush and then press Ctrl and click to set your cut points. You can always click and move your points. To cut and keep both parts, press Shift and Enter. If you want to keep only one part, press Enter. And here's a neat trick. Once you have the points, you can double-click on one of the points to execute the cut. If your screen gets cluttered with numbers or points when you use this tool, don't worry. Click on the Clip Tool button to turn it off. Or press Q or W to switch to another tool. If things still look strange, press the tool key again, for example W or Q. Eventually, the numbers or the points will be gone. To rotate the brush, first make sure that you're looking at it from the correct perspective in the 2D window. Then use the rotation buttons found in the top menu. You can also click this little button and then manually rotate your brush. Press the button again to deselect. A third way is to click on Modify and select Arbitrary Rotation, and then just enter the values that you want to use. To copy texture from one brush to another, click the middle mouse button on the brush with the texture that you like. And to apply it to another brush, press the Control key and the middle mouse button together. To select all the brushes that are part of the same entity, click on one brush and then press Shift plus E as in echo. Suppose you want to select all the brushes that have the same texture. Start by clicking on the texture with your middle mouse button to select that specific texture, and then press Shift plus A as in alpha. A very important technique, especially if you're going to create terrain, is to select the brush and then press V as in victory, and then selecting that corner and pulling it upwards or sideways or in whatever direction you want to pull it, just to manipulate the brush or the terrain. I'm going to quickly whip up some terrain here just to show you what I mean. First, create some brushes, then use the clip tool to cut them up. Turn them into triangles. Press the Shift key and then click and select the brushes. Then press V. And then click on the corner and create your terrain. Remember, you can always press W to bring up that wonderful tool to manipulate your vertices. And then just deselect and move on and select more brushes. And press V to highlight the vertices. Sometimes if you try to select multiple brushes and for some reason you only select one, it could be because the W tool is still activated. So you need to press W to deactivate this tool temporarily. And once you have selected all the brushes, you press W again to bring it back, and then you can manipulate the terrain. Create a brush, and then use your Alt key and click outside of the brush. And pull or push your mouse in one direction. That way you can skew or push the brush. I think that's really cool. That's all for this tutorial. With these basics, you can start creating and manipulating brushes in your own RtCW maps. Practice these techniques and you'll be building amazing maps in no time. Thanks for watching.